Hari Om, Nana. You can get started, Nana.
Okay, thank you. ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं चैव ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ त्रयोदश
Nana, I've muted all. You can please unmute yourself and then continue.
Okay. क्षेत्रक्षेत्रज्ञविभागयोगः अध्यात्मज्ञाननित्यत्वं तत्त्वज्ञानार्थदर्शनम् एतज्ज्ञानमिति प्रोक्तम् अज्ञानं यथतोऽन्यथा ज्ञेयं यत्तत् प्रवक्ष्यामि यज्ञात्वामृतमश्नुते अनादिमत्परं ब्रह्म न सत्तन्नासदुच्यते सर्वतः पाणिपादं तत् सर्वतोक्षिशिरोमुखं सर्वतः श्रुतिमल्लोके सर्वमावृत्य तिष्ठति सर्वेन्द्रियगुणाभासं सर्वेन्द्रियविवर्जितम् असक्तं सर्वभृच्चैव निर्गुणं गुणभोक्तृ च बहिरन्तश्च भूतानाम् अचरं चरमेव च सूक्ष्मत्वात् तदविज्ञेयं दूरस्थं चान्तिके च तत् अविभक्तं च भूतेषु विभक्तमिव च स्थितं भूतभर्तृ च तज्ज्ञेयं ग्रसिष्णु प्रभविष्णु च ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिः तमसः परमुच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्य विष्ठितम् इति क्षेत्रं तथा ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं चोक्तं समासतः मद्भक्तये तद्विज्ञाय मद्भावायोपपद्यते प्रकृतिं पुरुषं चैव विद्यनादीवुभार्वपि विकारां च गुणां चैव विद्धि प्रकृतिसम्भवान् कार्यकरणकर्तृत्वे हेतु प्रकृतिरुच्यते पुरुष सुखदुःखानां भोक्तृत्वे हेतुरुच्यते पुरुष प्रकृतिस्थो हि भुङ्क्ते प्रकृतिजान् गुणान् कारणं गुणसङ्गोऽस्य सदसज्जोनिजन्मसु उपद्रष्टानुमन्ता च भर्ता भोक्ता महेश्वरः परमात्मेति चाप्युक्तो देहेऽस्मिन् पुरुषः परः य एवं वेत्ति पुरुषं prakrutim cha gunaihi saha sarvatha vartamanopi na sabhuyo bhijayate dhyanenatmani pashyanti kechidatmanam अन्ये सांख्येन योगेन कर्मयोगेन चापरे अन्ये त्वेवमजानन्तः श्रुत्वान्येभ्य उपासते तेऽपि चातितरन्त्येव मृत्युं श्रुतिपरायणाः यावत् सञ्जायते किञ्चित् सत्त्वं स्थावरजङ्गमम् क्षेत्रक्षेत्रज्ञसंयोगात् तद्विद्धि भरतर्षभा. Yeah, we'll get back to. Yeah, any doubts from yesterday's discussions? Any doubts?
No, Nana, not so
Okay.
far.
Okay. What was the verse we were covering yesterday? This
I think,
Abhibhaktam cha bhut. Huh?
yeah,
The
16 and
16?
17. I think you said you'll revisit 17.
17. Yeah. Okay. Adhibhaktam cha bhuteshu vibhaktamiva cha sthitam bhuta bhatru cha tagnyayam grasishnu prabhavishnu cha. And that is to be known as the one who remains undivided in the beings who is seemingly divided, who are seemingly divided. That is, the beings are seemingly divided. Adhibhaktam cha bhuteshu vibhaktam iva cha sthitam. Bhuta Bhatru Chatagnyayam, and he is the sustainer, supporter of all bhutas. All bhutas means all those that have come into being, Sarge Kale, in the creation time. Who is the sustainer of the beings and elements, and who is the devourer and the creator. He is Sargastitilayanyanti Budbudani Vavaruni. In the Atma Bodha we have seen Sargastitilayanyanti Budbudani Vavarini. Sarga, creation, Sthiti, continuing to live with things like that. Layanyanti will get dissolved. Layanyanti Budbudaniva Varini. All the bhutas, Budbudaniva, like even the air bubbles in water, in Varuni, Budbudaniva Varuni. All that was explained very nicely in the Atmabodha text. So, Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu, even though undivided, looks as though divided, but the Kshetrajna is the Bhuta Bhatru Chatagnyayam Grasishnu Prabhavishnu cha. He is the one who is the cause for the Prabhava, for creation, Grasishnu, for Laya also. And he is the sustainer. Bhuta Bhatru Chatagnyayam Grasishnu Prabhavishnu cha. Now, Jyotisham apita Jyotihi Tamasa Paramuchyate Jnanam Jneyam Jnanagamyam Hrudi Sarvasya Vishtitam. Hrudi Sarvasya Vishtitam. Sarvasya Hrudi Vishtitam. In the Kathopanishads it says, Angushtamatra Purushaha Madhye Atmani Tishtati. Angushtamatra Purushaha Hrude Sarvasya Tishtati. In the Hrudayam, that is the mind, in the buddhi of everybody, it is available. Angushtamatra Purushaha Hrude Sarvasya Tishtati. Like that. Jyotishamapi Tadjyotihi. That is the light of all light. Jyotishamapi Tadjyotihi. Tamasaha Paramuchyate. It is beyond even the darkness. Beyond the darkness means it is the illuminator of even the darkness. Jnanam Jneyam Jnanagamyam. That is the Jnanam. That is the means of Jnanam. Jneyam. That is the one to be known. Jnanagamyam. It is the abode through which you go using Jnanam, Jnanagamyam. Hrudi Sarvasya Vishtitam. It is available in the in the hearts of everybody, in the minds of your heart. Means when Vedanta says Hrudi, it is the mind or buddhi, the antakarana. Hrudi sarvasya vishtitam. Tat, that light, jyotisham api jyotihi. It is even the light of all lights. Tamasaha param, it is beyond darkness. Uchyate. Jnanam, it is the means of knowledge. Jnayam, it is to be known. Jnanagamyam, which is arrived at by knowledge. Hriti sarvasya vishtitam, it is present in the minds of all. That Jnayam Brahma, what are the other qualifications of that Jnayam Brahma? Anadimat Param. Anadimat Param. That Jnayam Brahma, the light of all lights, is said to be beyond ignorance. It is knowledge. It is that which has to be known. Why it is said it is beyond ignorance? That tamasaha, that tamas is because of ignorance. Okay? It is knowledge. It is that which has to be known. It is that which is arrived at by knowledge, and it is present in the minds of all. It is present in the minds of all, but all the minds are clouded by ignorance, by avidya, and that avidya has created what? Mudha swabhavaha, deluded swabhava in the minds of everybody. That is the reason why this jyotisham api tad jyotihi tamasa paramuchyate, we are not able to perceive. We are having as though the feel of it, but we don't have the aparoksha anubhuti. We don't have the experience, yes, that we are aware of it. That kind of a thing we are not in a position to say because the minds are clouded. Yeah. Can we go to the next verse? Iti kshetram tatha jnanam jnayam choktam samasatah madbhaktaye tad vijnaya madbhavayopapajyate. Bhagavan is summing up. I have covered whatever you have been asking, Arjuna, I have been covering. Thus far, I have covered what all? Iti kshetram. Kshetram I have covered. And what all did I say? Mahabhutani hankaraha buddhihi avyaktameva cha indriyani dashekam cha panchacha indriya gocharaha. All those things I have covered. And kshetram tatha jnanam. Jnanam I have covered. That is jnana sadhanam. Amanitwadi sugunas I have covered. Amanitvam, madhambitvam, ahimsa, krantirajyavam, acharyopasanam, shaucham, स्थैर्यम आत्म विनिग्रह इंद्रियाध्येषु वैराग्यम अनहंकार एव च जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि दुख दोष अनुदर्शनम असक्ति अनभिष्वंगः पुत्र दार गृहादिषु नित्यं च समचित्तत्वम इष्ट अनिष्ट उपपत्तिषु मयि च अनन्ययोगेन भक्तिः अव्यभिचारिणी विविक्त देश सेवित्वम जन संसदि अरति जन संसदि अध्यात्म ज्ञान नित्यत्वम तत्व ज्ञानार्ध दर्शनम एतत् सर्वं ज्ञानमिति प्रोक्तम अज्ञानम यथतो अन्यथा. These are the beautiful verses through which Bhagavan has given the entire packet of jnana sadhanam. Okay, the means for gaining knowledge, the means for gaining who we are. Hrudi sarvasya vishtitam. In the earlier verse, 17th verse, we have seen. Hrudi sarvasya vishtitam. What is available in the minds of everybody? Why is it we are not able to grasp that? Because we have not got in adequate measure the amanitva, the sadgunas. So what we have to do? We have to prayatnena sampadyani. With tremendous effort, we have to gain all those things. Then we will conform to what Bhagavan said in the 10th chapter. Macchittaha, madgata pranaha, bodhayanta parasparam. And they will keep on teaching mutually, bodhayanta parasparam, machitta, madgata pranaha, bodhayanta parasparam, kadayantischa mam nityam, tushyanticha ramanticha. They will be talking about me, telling stories about me, kadayantischa mam nityam, tushyanticha ramanticha. And it's not as though they are forced to keep on talking about me. For talking about me, they are indeed very tushtaha. They are santushtaha, tushyanticha ramanticha. And if the listener is there, there's no end to their kathanam. Kathayantischa, tushyanticha ramanticha. And for all those people, what do I do? Teshamaham samudharta. This was the promise made in the 10th chapter by Bhagavan. Tesham, those people, aham, I, samudharta, I will be the liberator as though. Tesham aham samudharta, mrityu samsara sagarat, I will deliver them from the mrityu samsara sagara. Bhavami, I will become that. Bhavami, nachirat partha, in no time, nachirat partha, maya aveshita chetasam. Teshamaham samudhatta. I will lift them. Samudhatta mrityu samsara sagarat. Bhavami nachirat partha maya veshita chetasam. And those people, Tesham eva anukampadham, of the compassion and appreciating that their pursuit in being my bhaktas, who are what? Exhibiting their bhakti in the form of what? Machittaha, madgata pranaha, bodhayanta parasparam, kadayantischamam nityam, tushyanti raman. That is bhakti. Not merely sitting in front of some puja gruham and doing some, lighting some lamp and having some camphor and, making the Gantanadam, all those things are the accompaniments for bhakti, but they are indeed not bhakti alone. Bhakti is ananya chintanam, abhyapicharini bhakti. That is very, very important. Iti kshetram tada jnanam jneyam yoktam
Was our experience
samasah.
yesterday.
1 minute. Madbhaktaye tad vijnaya madbhavaya upapajyate. Okay? Thus the kshetra, so to the means of gaining knowledge, and what is to be known has been told in brief. The one who is devoted to me, knowing this clearly, is fit to gain the condition of being me. Yeah, you are saying something?
No, I was just sharing yesterday in our Manana, that was our experience.
Mm-hmm.
It was like we could go on and on, but then we had to stop somewhere because we have our own duties and responsibilities to do.
Good.
But this shloka, this machitta, madgata prana.
Very, very good.
Tushyanti cha ramanti cha. So each one was sharing and it was really very beautiful.
Very good. That's very, very good. It will be mutually beneficial. That is the phala of a satsang. Your manana session is like that satsang. The satsang phala is that. You will be happy with yourself, by what you have done, by what others have listened, by what you have listened to others, all these things. Bodhayanta parasparam, kadayantascha mam nityam, tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Okay, now Bhagavan said, Kshetram I have covered, Arjuna. Now Jnanam you asked, Prakritim Purusham Chaiva, Kshetram Kshetrajnameva cha. Etad Veditumichami Jnanam Jneyam cha Keshava, you said. You wanted to know what is Kshetra, what is Kshetrajna, and what is Jnanam, what is Jneyam, what is Prakriti, what is Purusha. I have thus far covered 3 of them. Kshetram I have covered, Jnanam I have covered, Jneyam also I have covered. Jneyam yat tat pravakshami yat jnatva amrutamashnute. That I have covered, isn't it? Anadimatparam Brahma, nasattanna saduchyate. And it is like reminding us of the Purusha Sukta slokas. Sarvata Panipadam Tat Sarvatokshishiro Mukham. All these things in abundance I have covered. Jneyam. Kshetram is covered. Jnanam is covered. Jneyam is covered. Now what is remaining is the three more. Prakriti, Purusha and Kshetrajna. And Purusha and Kshetrajna are indeed not different. That is what Bhagavan is going to hammer in the mind of Arjuna. Prakritim Purusham Chaiva Vidya Anadhi Bhavapi Vikaramscha Gunam Chaiva Vidhi Prakriti Sambhavan. Prakritim Purusham Chaiva Vidhi Anadi Ubhavapi. These two, this Prakriti and Purusha. Vidhi means understand. Understand. Have the clarity. Have the unshaken understanding that these two are Anadi, Ubhavapi. Both of them are beginningless. And he's saying, Vikaramscha Gunamschaiva, the modifications and the gunas, Vidhi, understand, Prakriti Sambhavan. They are born out of Prakriti. Like we are saying, covering this verse, as we keep on chanting that, we have come to the 13th chapter now. We should be in a position to pick up the meaning without even going to the Pratipadartha. To an extent, even 50% of the meaning if we gain, that means we have succeeded in our endeavor to gaining the Sanskrit knowledge, which will be a blessing. As you read the sloka, you will understand what it means. That's a wonderful blessing. Prakritim Purusham Chaiva Vidhi Anadhi Ubhavapi Vikaramscha Gunamschaiva Vidhi Prakriti Sambhavan. Prakritim Purusham Chayeva. Indeed Prakriti and indeed Purusha. Ubhau api. Both of them also. Vidhi, may you know. Anadi, beginningless. Vidhi, understand. Vikarancha, and the modifications. Gunamcha eva, and indeed the qualities. Prakriti Sambhavan. These are born out of Prakriti. And what is this Prakriti? Prakriti is what? Prakriti is nothing but Maya.
Maya.
Yeah, we should not get confused. We must be very, very firm in our fundamentals. These synonyms may be used by Bhagavan here and there, but we must get rooted in our fundamentals. Prakriti is Maya. And from where has this Maya come? Brahma Shraya. Dependent on Brahma. Okay? That Brahma, Tat Brahma is without Maya. Maya is not without Brahma. Brahma Shraya Maya means that it is dependent on Brahma. Brahma is independent. Whether Maya is there or not, he is always. He is always. He means, I'm just saying to be in a position to convey the meaning. He may be, she also. Actually, it is without any linga, without any Sri Purusha Sambandha. That kind of a gender is not there for Brahma. Neither it is neuter. It is what it is. Brahma. Prakritim Purusham Cheva. That Prakriti is Maya. This Prakriti, may you know that Prakriti and Purusha are indeed beginningless. And may you know that the modifications and indeed the qualities are born of Prakriti. Okay? Now, a little pause here. Even during the Dwapara Yuga time, there was a Maharshi. His name is Kapila Maharshi. He was the author of the Sankhya Yoga. Sankhya Shastra, not Sankhya Yoga, Sankhya Shastra. This Sankhya Shastra also talks of Prakriti and Purusha, but they talk of Prakriti and Purusha in a different way, especially regarding Purusha in a different way. And the Sankhya Shastra does not accept Ishvara regarding Prakriti, and from out of Prakriti all this has come, and it is the Prakriti Purusha Sambandha which has created the Jagat, etc., etc. This is a very, very methodical treatment given by the Kapila Maharshi. Now, when Arjuna asked, Prakritim Purusham Chaiva, Kshetram Kshetrajnyamevacha, Etad Veditumichami, Jnanam Jnayam Cha Keshava. He asked about Prakriti and Purusha first, then Kshetram Kshetrajna next, then Jnanam and Jnayam. Bhagavan very cleverly omitted as though Prakriti and Purusha. He is taking up those two now, because intention of Bhagavan perhaps was not to have any confusion in the mind of Arjuna, who was a Vedic student and who knew a little bit about this Kapila Shastra, that he may get confused between that Prakriti and Purusha which Kapila Bhagavan was talking, and this Prakriti and Purusha which our Bhagavan, Jagat Guru Bhagavan is talking. So he was very, very careful in avoiding talking of Prakriti and Purusha initially. Kshetram, Jnanam, and Jnayam was covered. Now he is covering Prakriti and Purusha. These two are beginningless. You may know that any vikaras and the gunas are because of Prakriti, the Maya. Okay, next verse. Is it not in the Tattva Bodha? What did we pick up? Maya is what? Satvarajastamo Gunatmika Maya Asti. Satvarajastamo Gunatmika, these three qualities. Maya has these three qualities, and all those vikaras and all those qualities that people like us get are through the Satvarajastamo Gunas. So which is the cause for all these things? The vikaras and the gunams chaiva. Is it not Prakriti alone, Maya alone? So what we have already covered is given in a different way by Bhagavan in this Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga. Karya Karana Kartrutve Hetuhu Prakriti Richyate. Karya Karana Kartrutve. There is a difference between Karana and Karana. Karana is the cause. Okay? Karana is what? Karana is the very implement. The Karana is the implement. Karya Karana Kartrutve. For Karya, Karana and Kartrutva, the Hetuhu Prakritihi Uchyate. The cause, the Hetuhu means here the reason, the cause is Prakritihi Uchyate. It is said the Prakriti is the cause. Purushaha, whereas Sukadukhanam Bhoktrutve, for indulging in Sukha and Dukkha, for enjoying Sukha and Dukkha, Heturuchyate. Purusha is said to be the cause. Karya Karana Kartrutve, in the creation of the physical body and the instruments. What are the instruments? The Karmendriyas, Jnanendriyas, Antakarana, all these are the instruments with which you perceive the external world. Karya means the effect. Karya is the effect and Karana is the cause. If Mritika is the cause, that is the mud is the cause, pot is the Karyam. The Karya means the effect, the result. Okay? Karya, Karana Kartrutve, in the creation of the physical body and the instruments. Kartrutve is omitted here in the meaning. Kartrutve, okay. Hetuhu, the cause. Prakritihi uchyate is said to be the Prakriti. Sukha dukkhanam, of pleasure and pain, bhoktrutve, in the state of being the experiencer, the bhokta. Okay? Purushaha hetuhu uchyate. It is said the Purusha is the cause in experiencing the sukha cha dukkha, the dvandvas. The experiencer of the dvandvas is said to be the Purusha. And Purusha, slowly Bhagavan will let go the truth. Purusha is none other than Kshetrajna. Earlier in the second verse of this chapter, what did he say? Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. So that Kshetrajna in sarva kshetreshu, he is the cause for enjoying sukha and dukkha. Hey, kya bol rahe Bhagavan Sahab? What is this Kshetrajna? Is he also an enjoyer and sufferer? He will say yes. He will say yes and he will say by and by, he will say because of ajnana, Kshetrajna has forgotten his real nature and he has also been deluded. And with the deluded attitude, the Kshetrajna becomes the Purusha experiencing the Sukha and Dukkha. Prakriti is said to be the cause in the creation of the physical body and the instruments. Purusha is said to be the cause with reference to the state of being the experiencer of pleasure and pain. He is the experiencer. Prakriti is said to be the cause in the creation of the physical body and the instruments. Purusha is said to be the, here, Karya Karana Kartrutve, the Kartrutve may not mean the Kartrutva Bhavana as we are used to understanding in Vedanta. It perhaps means differently. I'll check that up and get back to you. Here, this Purusha is also the Karta. He is the Bhokta, he is the Karta. Karanam Guna Sangosya Sadasajjoni Janmasu. This will clearly knock off any doubts. Then Purusha Prakrutibhyo hi bhukte prakritijan gunan karanam gunasangosya sada asadyoni janmasu. This Purusha prakritisto hi, even though he is in Prakriti, prakritisto hi bhukte means enjoys. Prakritijan gunan. Prakritijan means what is produced by Prakriti. Ja always have got, Ja has got the implication of kind of creation, kind of utpatti, okay? That which comes out, like even the chick comes out of the egg, utpatti. Prakriti jnana, prakriti jan gunan. This ja is indicative of creation, okay? The birth. Whereas jna, J-N-A, jna, okay? Like jnanam. Jna is indicative of jnanam. Prakriti jan gunan, karanam guna sangosya, sadasajjoni janmasu. He, because Purushaha prakritistaha, the Purushaha, the enjoyer, the Jiva, who is obtaining in Prakriti. See here, the Purusha, Bhagavan is slowly spilling the beans. The Jiva, Purusha is the Jiva, obtains in Prakriti. Prakriti Jan Gunan, the attributes born of Prakriti. The Gunan, which are born out of Prakriti. Earlier verse said what? Vikaramsya gunamsyeva vidhi prakriti sambhavan. The vikaras and the gunas are to be understood as born out of Prakriti. Same thing. Prakriti jan gunan bhungte, he enjoys. Asya gunasangaha, his attachment to the attributes. He gets attached to the attributes. Sada asat yoni janmasu, for births in higher and lower wombs. Karanam is the cause. What is that? because of his attachment to enjoying the gunas born out of Prakriti, this fellow becomes the enjoyer. And because of his capacity to enjoy, okay, though deluded, he is enjoying, that becomes the karana for Sat Asat Yoni Janmasu. He is what he is because he has been in and through lower and higher births. For births in higher and lower wombs means in a good janma he had, and there also Prakriti Jan Gunan Bhungte. And in a better janma also Prakriti Jan Gunan Bhungte. Because of what? Because of what? Sadasajyoni Janmasu, because of what? He is attached. Asya Guna Sangaha here. His attachment to the attributes. And why is he attached? Because Ajnanena Avrutam Jnanam. Ajnanena Kshetrajnaha Jivaha Bhavati. The Kshetrajnaha Ajnanena, he has become like you and I, Jivaha. And what kind of a Jivaha? Jivaha Mudha Bhavaha. And what is required for rediscovery of the Kshetrajna? Vimudaha, without any Mudha Swabhavaha. That also Bhagavan will say. Because Purusha enjoyer Jiva obtains in Prakriti, he enjoys the attributes born of Prakriti. His attachment to the attributes is a cause for births in higher and lower wombs. The one thing to very clearly appreciate the meaning of this, the tattparya of this is, imagine, this is often an example given in the Vedanta Shastra in elaborating the truths of Vedanta. Imagine there is a colorless crystal that is placed on a blue cloth, a blue kerchief like, and the colorless crystal has as though become blue. Yes or no?
Yes.
The colorless crystal, has it not become blue sitting on the blue cloth?
It is not become
Yes.
blue, it appears as blue.
I said as though become.
It looks like it has become
Yes,
blue.
as though become blue. This fellow, the Jiva, is as though like that. And as long as the as though continues, his Jivatva is continuous. That Jivatva is continuous as long as he does not realize the color is not his. The color is as though acquired, and he can, what he is acquired, he can get rid of. And how can he get rid of? He must get rid of the blue cloth. And blue cloth is what? Ajnanam. That ajnanam he must get rid of. How does he get rid of? Jnanena. And how does he get jnanam? Shastravakyena. The Shastravakya will generate a vritti pravaha in the mind, and with the vritti pravaha only it is possible to knock off ignorance which has been binding us. Because Purusha enjoyer obtains in Prakriti, enjoys the attributes born of Prakriti, because he is already attached. Guna Sangasya, he is attached to the gunas. His attachment to the attributes is a cause for births in higher and lower wombs. Next verse, please.
Jai Gurudev Nanaji, here the Purusha is Brahman or?
Purusha is, yeah, from these verses, Purusha is indeed Brahman, but the Purusha in the Jivas, like you and I, is afflicted with Ajnanam. So the Brahma has become the Jiva, as though become the Jiva. The Jiva is indeed Brahma, but the Jiva does not know that he is Brahma. It's a matter of knowing. And how will he know? He will know only when the Ajnanam is removed. And how does he remove the Ajnanam? Shastra Vicharena. Shastra Vakya Vicharena. By proper dhyana and nididhyasana. Nididhyasana is what? That in the Nirguna Brahma, you must make it your own. And that is not a very easy thing. Kleshodhikatarastesham avyakta sakta chetasam. In the 12th chapter, Bhagavan has mentioned Kleshaha adhikataraha tesham. Difficulty is really very great. Tesham, for those people who are avyakta sakta chetasam. They are wedded to the Nirguna Upasana. The difficulty is indeed very great. Why it is very great? Because the nididhyasana will have to happen through the mind, and the mind is not used to anything which does not have a form, anything which does not have a name, anything which does not have a guna. Mind is always used to the saguna vishaya. That is the difficulty. And in spite of that, if you can gain that knowledge, then you are getting rid of the bonds of ajnana, and the Purusha indeed is Brahma, not becomes Brahma. Purusha is indeed Brahma, but the Purusha doesn't know. It's one of knowing. It's one of knowing, which is the remover of all shackles of ajnana. That's it.
So
Is that
Jiva
okay?
and Purusha, Jiva
Pardon?
and Purusha, Jiva and Purusha are the same.
Jiva
We
and
can-
Purusha, yeah, Jiva and Purusha are same.
Okay.
This
And
Purusha, like you asked, this Purusha is indeed Brahma. This Purusha is indeed Brahma, but the Purusha does not know. Purusha is Jiva. This Jiva does not know. He is none other than Brahma. Okay?
okay, Nanaji. And can I ask one more question, please?
Mm-hmm. Please go ahead.
You said Prakriti is beginningless and endless?
No, I didn't say endless.
Okay.
Beginningless. Prakriti and Purusha are both beginningless. Did I say Prakriti is endless?
No, I might be,
Okay.
I must
If
have
I
thought
had,
of it.
unwittingly, if I had said that, it was a mistake.
No, I heard
Prakriti.
beginningless. Yes.
Madam, this Prakriti is equated to Maya, isn't it?
Yes.
The effects of Maya, are you aware? You are not aware. Neither am I. Because of that, we are enjoying and suffering in this world. The moment we come to know the tricks of Maya, so Maya may still be there, troubling others, but it will stop troubling you. It will become powerless in troubling you. So you become Maya Atitaha. Bhagavan is said to be what? Maya Atitaha. Dvandva Atitaha. Is it not? You become that. When you become that, what happens? Jiva becomes, as though, not becomes. Jiva realizes he is indeed Bhagavan. Shastra says it is as simple as that. But though looking very, very simple, it is very, very difficult, because the shackling effects of ajnana are very overbearing, very tough, very tough. Anything you like, you get attached to. Anything you do not like, you have a dvesham. And these two qualities are Prakriti Jan Gunan. Is it not? Raga Dvesha, they do not pertain to Purusha. Raga Dveshas are generated by the Prakriti. Sattva Rajas Tamo Gunatmika, Maya generates this. And Purusha is swimming in that. And he is enamored with the qualities of Prakriti, and he gets attached. And when he gets attached, it is the beginning of his end. His end means in the sense that his natural swabhava he has totally forgotten. What is the natural swarupa and swabhava? Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. These are the fundamentals. No matter what chapter we are discussing, this cannot be written off. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Tadeka Nitya Vastuho. Tadanyat Mithya. All these things are Mithya. Okay?
Okay, Nanaji, the question came because I heard this theory of Bhagavan wanting to replicate himself. He hid himself from himself, through himself, Tirodhana, and then with Anugraha, Maya can be lifted. So I thought Maya is created by the Brahman. This was what I was thinking. But now, when I heard today, that's why the question came.
See, Maya, maybe you are right to an extent. Maya is not created by Brahma, not created by Bhagavan. Maya is the power of Bhagavan. Maya is the Shakti of Bhagavan. Maya is the intrinsic swabhava of Brahma. Whereas the Swarupa of Brahma is Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Is it slightly better to understand now?
Yes, Nanaji, thank you.
Yeah, the
Can
Swarupa.
you repeat that, Nana?
Huh?
Can you just repeat what you said about Maya being the
Yeah,
power?
Maya is the power of Brahma, is the Shakti. That is why Brahma Shraya Satvarajastamo Gunatmika Maya Asti. Brahma Shraya. Taking refuge in Brahma, depending on Brahma, Maya Asti. And Bhagavan said what? Prakritim swamavashtabhya visrujami punah punaha. Using Prakriti, visrujami punah punaha, this creation, I will as though throw up again and again and again. Whereas in the 4th chapter, what did he say? Ajopisan, even though I am unborn, Ajopisan, Avyayatma, Bhutanam Ishwaropisan. Bhutanam Ishwaropisan means what? Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. Bhagavan has not made any attempt to confuse us. In and through the entire Gita, he has been saying the same thing. Bhutanam Ishwaropisan, beautifully said. Even though I am the Ishwara in all the bhutas, Prakritim swamavashtabhya, no. Bhutanam Ishwaropisan, Ishwaropisan, Ajopisan, Avyayatma, Bhutanam Ishwaropisan, Prakritim Swamadhishtaya, Sambhavami Yuge. Prakritim Swamadhishtaya, wielding Prakriti, wielding Maya. The wielder of Maya is more powerful than Maya, isn't it? He wields Maya to as though create himself. Maya has no volition in this. It is the volition of Bhagavan. Why does he have that desire? Yada yada hi dharmasya glanit bhavati bharata. Whenever there is a deficiency in dharma, abhyutthanam adharmasya, when adharma is on the ascendancy, sambhavami yuge yuge, I create myself again and again. For what purpose was mentioned in the next verse. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkrutam. That all these verses we have covered. Now what I am saying is, these are the chapters, the first 6 chapters are the grounding chapters for us. And those 6 chapters have covered the Tvam Padartha, who you are, was clearly elaborated. Who you are is clearly elaborated. Here, Bhagavan said, Ajopisan, Avyayatma, Bhutanam, Ishwaropisan. Even though I am the Ishvara amongst the Bhutas, in all the Bhutas, what other proof that Bhagavan is talking the same thing right and through, in and through Gita? Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. And elsewhere he has said, Mayi sarvamidam prot sutre manigana iva. All this is assembled in me like sutre manigana iva. Like on a thread, all the gems are arranged beautifully. In and through, I'll tell you what, you will benefit by not taking in isolation any particular verse of the Gita and trying to understand it. Everything depends on the precedence, what was said earlier and what was said later and what was said in some other chapter. What is the intent of Bhagavan? All these things you must have. You must have the overview of the entire Gita. Then every sloka will reveal itself to you, will as though reveal to you. And that sloka will, like a mother giving you much needed food, you an infant, and the sloka will as though reveal itself to you. Otherwise it becomes difficult. You must not be frightened. You must love the sloka. You must love the chapter. You must love the teaching of Bhagavan. And you must be Arjuna for that. All of us are Arjunas. That is how we are benefiting. Right? Because Purusha, the enjoyer, obtains in Prakriti. He enjoys the attributes born of Prakriti. His attachment to the attributes is a cause for births in higher and lower wombs. This we have seen. Okay? Now, in this verse, Upadrashta, Anumanta cha Bharta, Bhokta, Maheshwaraha. See, all these words are known to us. Maheshwaraha, Mahanishwaraha, Maheshwara. Bhokta, the enjoyer. Bharta, the sustainer. Upadrashta. Drashta, we know. Drashta is what? Drishti is what? Seeing. Drashta is what? The one who sees. Upadrashta.
Witness.
Upa is what? Upa is near. Like Upanayanam. Isn't it? Like Upanishad. Okay? Upadrashta. The one who sees very clearly. Anumantacha. Anumanta is what? The one who permits. Anumantacha. Upadrashta. Anumantacha. Bharta. Bhokta. Maheshwaraha. Paramatmeti cha. Api uktaha. Dehesmin purusha paraha. Now Bhagavan is coming with the truth. Upadrashta, ultimate seer. Upadrashta, upa means near. Ultimate seer, the one who sees clearly. Okay? One who sees without any distortion. One who sees very nicely. Upadrashta, Anumantacha, the one who permits. The permits means what? Supposing the mind is thinking ill of somebody, this fellow, this Anumanta, will not come in the way. Okay, let the mind think ill of somebody else. And the mind thinks well of somebody else. And this Anumanta will not again come in the way. It will as though permit. That is, it is a Sakshi. It is a Sakshi. Sakshi for whatever you are doing. It will be the witness. Anumantacha. Bharta. He is a sustainer. Now, whatever you want to think, he sustains your capacity to think. sustainer. Bhokta cha is the enjoyer. He will be seeing you, being successful. He will enjoy that. You have fallen, that also he will enjoy. Okay, Bharta Bhokta cha Maheshwara. Maham Ishvaraha. The one Ishvaraha who is without any peer. There is no comparison to him. That is the ultimate. That is the Param Brahma, Maheshwaraha. Paramatma cha uktaha iti. Paramatma cha uktaha is called limitless self. Param is limitless. Okay? Anadimat Param Brahma Nasattanna Sadutyate, we have seen in the Jnayam Brahma. Param Atma, the Supreme Atma, Supreme Self. That is Paramatma is Supreme Self means what? Brahma. Paramatma cha uktaha iti, and said to be the limitless self. Dehe asmin, in this dehe, Bhagavan is saying, Kshetrajna is the enjoyer, okay? Because of the ajnana kalusham jivam, jnana abhyasad vinirmalam. We have seen in the Atma Bodha, ajnanahat kalusham jivam. The jivam is the kshetrajna, but because of ajnana kalusham, he is spoiled. He is smeared with a lot of dirt and mud and things like that, and he is not able to be visible in his pristine glory. Ajnanan manasopadehe kartrutvadine chatmani kalpyante ambugate chandre chalanadi yadhambasaha. Again Atma Bodha. This kartrutva, bhoktutva, all these things have been acquired because of ajnana. Ajnanan manasopadehe kartrutvadine chatmani kalpyanti ambugate chandre. Ambugate chandre means that the moon which is on a pond, and the pond has got some waves created by the zephyr wind, and the waves will be moving. The wave is water, but the wave, though water, it has a form of its own other than the form of the pond. If it is clean, unmoving pond, the Chandra in the pond will be only one. When the waves are there, there will be many Chandras, and each Chandra is moving. Kalpyante ambhugate chandre chalanadi yadambasaha. That we have seen in Atma Bodha. Same thing here. Paramatmeti cha uktaha dehesmin purusha paraha. Upadrashta, ultimate seer. Hanumanta, permitter. Cha bharta, sustainer. Bhokta, enjoyer. Maheshwaraha, limitless Lord. Paramatma iti uktaha is said to be the Paramatma. Asmin dehe, in this dehe. And he is other than the Purushaha. Api Purushaha Paraha. The person Paraha, the ultimate seer, permitter, sustainer, enjoyer, limitless Lord, Parameshwara. And also called limitless self, is a person who is limitless in this body. He is limitless in this body. He is the one, even though this Purusha, because he is attached to the Prakriti Janita Gunas, he is what he is. He is that person, but that person does not know him. In spite of that, he is limitless. Who? The Anumanta, the perimeter, and the ultimate seer, Upadrashta, Anumanta cha, Bharta, Bhokta, Maheshwaraha. He is a sustainer of the Prakriti, he is a sustainer of this Purusha, and he is a sustainer of your Prakriti Jan Gunan. He is also the sustainer that you are enjoying and suffering, all those things. He is the limitless Lord. He is this Sakshi, Sarva Sakshi, ultimate seer, permitter, sustainer, enjoyer, limitless Lord, creator, and also called limitless self, is a person who is Param in this body. Param Atma, Param. That is the limitless. Okay? Yeah, we will cover the ground tomorrow. Yeah, one of these days I thought, see, there are some beautiful slokas, like Nididhyasana slokas. When the appropriate time comes, I think I will chant those slokas. I will not cover the meanings of those slokas because with the background of these 12 chapters of Sanskrit, you have already known certain meanings of words. So it would be left to you to understand the purport of the slokas. At an appropriate time, if required, we will cover the meanings later on. But Gita is of prime importance. We will have to run through the entire Gita before we do anything else. But anything else we do is only supportive of what we are picking up through Bhagavan's Upadesha. The ultimate Siya, Permitta, Sustainer, Enjoyer, the limitless Lord, Ishvara, and our Maheshwara, and also called limitless self, Param Atma, limitless self. See, when you equate the English to Sanskrit, you have also progressed in picking up a lot of Sanskrit. Limitless self, Param Atma, is a person who is limitless. He is the Param in this body, Asmin Dehe. Okay? Hari Om. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om, everybody.
Hari Om. Dhanyavad.
Hari Om, Nana.
Hari Om.
Hey, thank you.